where the production of company F is 600. We will divide it by number of companies, which is 6. When you add them, this is 0 0 upon 6. Dividing this as 650. But I want to highlight your attention towards a very important point. Do not take the values as 900, 700, 300, 850, 550 or 600. Simply do not take these values. Why? Because the addition will take time. So ignore the values 900, 700. Rather, what you do is, pay attention, what you do is you assume that from 0, the chart from 0 to 100, assume that this is 1 unit. This is also 1 unit. So that every 100 unit is equal to 1 unit. So 1 unit, 1 unit, 1, they all are not hundreds, but in 1. So now the production of company A will be 9, company B will be 7, company C will be 3, company D will be 8.5, company E will be 5.5, and company F will be 6. And now you divide it by 6. The point which I want to highlight here is this calculation, the value 9 instead of 900, the addition will be easy, it will be faster and more accurate. When you add them, you get 39 by 6. 9 by 6 is 6.5. Now you multiply this 6.5 by 100, because 100 equals 1 unit. And if your final answer is 6.5, then you multiply this 6.5, your answer is 650. The point which I want to raise here was, never take the in the bar chart as 900, 700, 300, 850. Rather, you bring them down by assumed units equals to 1 unit. So the actual value, this 900 is not 900, it is actually 9. This value 7. This value is 3. This value is 8.5. This value is 5.5. This value is 6. It will help you do the calc faster. Now I would like to also explain an alternative method of finding average in terms of bar charts. It is very, very important to understand this method of finding out average, because bar chart will definitely be of your exam. Pay attention. I will just wipe this out. Now, how do we actually find out the average? We will find out the average using the standard deviation. What is the meaning of standard deviation method? In the standard deviation method, you assume a particular average. Let us assume the average of all these values 9, 7, 3, 8.5, 5.5 and 6. You have these different values. So the average of all of them is 6. So since I have assumed the average as 6, now the reason we have assumed the average as 6 because all the options start from 6. So now we will assume that the first company is not 9, it is 6. Second company is also not 7, it is 6. The third company production is not 3, but it is 6. The fourth company production is not 8.5, but it is 6. Company E is not 5, it is 6. And company F is 6, that you have assumed 6. Now when you add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 and you find out their average, this is 6 by 6. So again the average comes to 6. So what do we assume? That all these values are 6. Now after you have assumed that all these values are 6, now we will look at the deviation. We'll look at the deviation, that what is the difference of every value from 6. So I see that company A percentage of sale with respect to its production. We have to find out which company, whether D, B, E or A, which company has highest percentage of sale with respect to production. Means we have percentage of sale upon production, and we have to check that which company B, C, D, E or F, which company has the highest value upon production. This question can be solved orally, just looking at the data. How we can find out this question looking at the data? For the sale upon production to be higher, or for a fraction, this is basically a fraction, sale upon production, this will give you a fraction value. For this fraction to be higher, the difference between the numerator and denominator be the least. What do I mean by that? Let us take the value for company A. The sale of company A is 6.5. The production company A is 9. We have to find out the value in percentage. We'll multiply it by 100. Company B is sale of company B is 3. Production of company B is 7 into 100. Company D, the sale of company D is 0.5 and the production of company D is 8.5 into 100. Company E, the sale company E is 3 and the production of company E is 5.5 into 100. Now one method is you actually solve all these the value, but that is not feasible. What you do is rather A is highest among all, then the difference between the numerator and denominator least. Pay attention to this. Whichever value is highest, A, B and E, the highest value will be the one where the difference between the numerator and denominator is. Pay attention to, very important. As the difference between the numerator and denominator increases, the start decreasing. So this is a very important point when it comes to questions like this, where they are asking a specific ratio in its percentage form. Here they are asking the ratio of sales upon production in percentage form. So when we talk about any fraction, the fraction will be greater only when the difference between the numerator and denominator is the least. Here we see the in the company A, we see the difference between the numerator and denominator is 2.5. In company B, the difference between the numerator and denominator is 4. Difference between 3 and 7 is 4. Difference between the numerator and denominator is again 4. E is 3 upon 5.5 into 100. Now let us see how do we deal with these fractions. Since 100 is common in all of them, and right now eliminate 100 and we will use it later. Pay attention, how do we deal with fractions. Now to deal with fractions, pay attention, there are some values I request you to write. 1 by 2 is 0.5, 1 by 3 is 0.33, 1 by 4 is 0.25, 1 by 5 is 0.2, 1 by 6 0.16, 1 by 7 is 0.1, 1 by 8 is 0.125, 1 by 9 is 0.118 is 0.055 into 100. This will be 13 into 5.5. 13 into 5.5 will give us 71 point. B, this will be 3 into 1 upon into 100. This will be 3 into 1 upon 7 is 4 into 100. This will be 0.14 into 100 is 14, and 14 into 3, this is 42%. So these all values are in 1 upon 17 into 100. This will be 9 into 1 upon 17 is 0.0, and when we multiply 0.059 by 100, it will be 5.9. I'll just write it more clearly. This will be 9. .9 into 9 is 53.1%. Next, I'll convert this 5.5 by multiplying it by 2 on both numerator and denominator is 6 upon 11 into 100, which will be 6 into 1 upon 11. 1 upon 11 is 0.09 into 100 is 9. So 6 9 is 54%. So we see that the highest value is company A, which is 71.5%, and other methods also we have found out that company A is the highest value. To please write down these fraction to percentage values, which will actually be used for all the data interpretation problems. I'll give you 5 minutes. find out the ratio of D plus E production upon D plus E sale. D plus E production is 8.5 plus 5.5 on 4.5 plus 3. This will be 14 upon 7.5 multiply by 2. This is 28 is to 15. Answer is first option. So I hope this bar chart was clear. This is an important part for a. Let us go to next set. Let us go to the table chart. So table chart. This table elaborates number of workers working in various companies, number in hundreds. Says that in company A in the month of Jan there were 65 people were working, since this value is in 100. In company A in the month of Feb 7,800 people. In the month of March in company A 4,200 people were working. Month of April in company A 5,100 people were working, so on and so forth. Now in the month of Jan in company 500 people were working. In the month of Jan in company B 41.2 people were working. C, so in the company C month of Jan 72.400 people were working. This is the meaning, and this is how you interpret the table. Now coming to the problems. Question number 1. What is the difference in the total number of workers working in various months from factory A and the total number of working in various months in factory E? So now you have to add all the people of tree A. You have to do A total. Then you have to do all the workers working in the factory E, means you have to do a E total, and then you have to find out their difference. That will be your answer. This will be a length. What you do rather is you directly look at the difference of factory A and factory E. What we do is add all of them, and do not add all of them. It will be a tricky process. Rather, what you do is you look at the company A and company E in each month. So in the month of Jan, I'll make a table. This is A, this is E. See that in the month of Jan, company E is ahead. Company E has 8,300 people, company A 500 people. So I see that in the month of Jan, company E has more number of people. 65, company E has 83. So I see that in the month of Jan, company E is plus, because 83 is greater than 65 by 18. We have just taken the difference of these two values, company A and company E. So in the month of Jan, company E is ahead by 18. Now let's come to Feb. In the month of Feb, company A is 78, company E is 74. So company A is by how much? Plus 4. Let's go to month of March. Company A is 42, company E is 70.3. Clearly company E is more. By how much? plus 20.3. Now month of April, let's see, T1, this is 66. Again company E is ahead by how much? Company A is 60, company E is 56.9. So again company is ahead by how much? 3.1. And in the month of June, this is 63.5, this is 4.7. So I will just subtract 44.7. Now we see that company ahead by how much? 18.8. Now what you do is you add this. Let us add, and we can also cancel each other because eventually we have to subtract. What do I, आप इनको सेपरेटली दोनों को ऐड कर लीजिए और उसके बाद इनको आप डिफरेंस निकाल लीजिए. तो एक तो ये मेथड है कि हम इनको सबको ऐड, तो ये हो जाएगा 0.9, 4 plus 3 7 plus 8 15 is 5, 1 carry is, this is 25.9 और ये टोटल हो जाएगा 0.3. This is 8 plus 8 16 plus 1 is 1, 2 carry plus 1 3 plus 2 5 plus 61.3. And now we will take the difference of, so 61.3 minus 25.9, this is 4 5 35.4. Now this is not the final into 100. Very easy question. We will approximate. How we will approximate? Please pay attention. Just first values 4 3 6 7 6 and 5. Just take the first values. For B we will take 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6. I will be taking the last 2 digits of company of all the month, and we will do the option attack. What do I mean by that? Pay attention. Now looking at the option A 70.55 and option D 67.8 will not be our answer because our answers will be in hundreds. So the only two options left is 7055 780. Now let us take the last 2 digits of C total. Value is 72.4. However, this is not the actual value. The actual value achieved by multiplying it by 100, which will be 40, so the last two digits are 40. So company C, the month of Jan, the last two digit is 40. What we are doing is Jan plus Feb plus March plus April plus May plus June upon 6. This will give us the answer. What we will do is we will take the last two digits of Jan. Last two digits of Jan is 40 plus last two digit of Feb. Let's multiply it by 100. This will be 6100. So the last two digit is 0. Or what I will do is I will write down the complete value of all the companies here. The first will be 7240. For Feb it will be 6100. For March it will be 7160. For April it will be 8350. For May it will be 6160, and for June it will be 1320. Now let us take the last two digits of all the month. This is 00, this is 60, this is 50, this is 60, this is 20 upon 6 equals the answer. Now there are two possibilities of our answer. Our answer can be either 55 or 6780. Let us assume our answer is 70. Let us assume our answer is 7055. If our answer is 7055, then multiply these two and find out the last two digits of 7055 into 6. When we multiply 7055 into 6, we get 30, 0 and 42. Last two digit, this is 3. This 3 will come here. This is 33. This is 3. This is 3. So this will be 42330. It means last two digits of multiplication of 6 and 7055 should be 30. And if left hand side last two digits is 30, then the left hand side last two digits should also be 30. Let us add. Plus 60 is 100. 100 plus 50 is 150. Plus 60 is 210. And 210 plus 20 is 230. The last two digits are 30 on the left hand side, and the last two digits are 30 on the right hand side. It means the digits of both the sides are same. This is the answer. Now let us check for 6780. If our answer is 6780, then the last two digits should be the same. So I am taking the last two digits of all the values upon 6 equals to 6780. Now if this is the average 6780, then Let us multiply these two values and find out the last two digits of right-hand side. When we multiply 6780 by 6, we get the last two. This is 0, this is 48, this is 42, this is 36, last 8, this is 46. This is of January, and this will be the average of April. You have to find out their sum. So what we have to do is add all the factors, all the workers in the month of January in all the factories. So we have to do a Jan total, then we have to do a April total. We have to divide it by 5 because of the number of the companies are 5. We will get average. Then we will add number of workers in the month of April. We have to divide it by 5 to get the average. Then we have to add them. So basically, you look at the question. Look at the question like this. Jan all by plus April all by 5. Adding them, you'll get your. We'll again use the last two digit method in this problem. Let us first take Jan all. I'll first rewrite this equation, which is Jan all plus April all by 5. Since value is same, this will be the answer. Let us now take the last of Jan all. The last two digits of Jan all, I feel now it is okay. You understand that this is 6500. This is 441.2 into 100. So this is 4120. This is 7240, 350, and this is 8300. Sorry. Take the last two digits of Jan all. 00 plus 40 plus, here we're doing Jan all, this is Jan all, month all the employees, last two digits, 40 plus 50 plus 00. Now let us do April. April all will be, this is 5100, this is 7280, because we will be, this number is given in hundreds, so we are all